All right, in studio, we have Morgan from One Hot Cookie. Morgan, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So why don't you give our viewers a little bit of history of how the business concept came together and a little bit about you and where you're from and all that kind of stuff.
Got it. So One Hot Cookie started in 2013, so over 10 years ago. So at the time I was 17, my mom came home one afternoon and said, I think I'm going to open a cookie shop and you can work there and it could be your first job. And I was like, I mean, what do you say when you're 17 and your mom says something, you say, okay, I mean, sure. I didn't really think much of it. So she took me to the space. So we started downtown in the Erie Terminal in 2013. So not much was downtown at that time. And I thought, well, she's nuts. But what do I do? So I went along with it. And little did I know, did anyone know that 10 years later we would be here. Pre-COVID, we had over 5 locations. We're down to our single flagship store, and then we're actually opening our second location this fall.
Beautiful.
Yeah, our newest location.
Okay, where's it going to be?
Hermitage.
Hermitage, nice.
Yeah. So I went to Canfield, but I originally lived in Newcastle, and my grandparents live in West Middlesex. So kind of over from that area, too. My mom grew up in the Shenango Valley, so we're excited to go back.
Okay, and did you always know you were going to kind of work with food, culinary, anything like that, or did this kind of just fall into you?
This kind of just fell into place. So, and then as any 18-year-old does, so when I went to college, I'm like, I got to leave, got to do it. But, I got great scholarships to go to YSU. But so I did go to Youngstown State, but I did go into medical laboratory science. So I went away for 4 years, didn't work in the business. Worked elsewhere, and then came back in 2019 and got my master's in my MBA in a focus in digital marketing. And I had to leave to know that it was the right fit to come back. And now I can never see myself doing anything else.
So to be around for 10 years, you have a model that actually works, and so you found successes. Now, where did you get your business background? Did you have mentors? Did you have someone to?
So I think my mom is a great mentor.
Okay.
So she has over 25 years of marketing experience, but we have the Youngstown community. You've got someone for every need that you could possibly need. So I've had great mentors along the way, and kind of trial and error, especially in small business. You kind of learn as you go, and it's just been crazy to see where it's gone.
So the recipe, your mom's recipe, I'm assuming, or have you made new concoctions?
Yeah, so we've got a lot of family recipes that have been tweaked over the years. And when we first started One Hot Cookie, we opened downtown and we just served regular cookies. So like chocolate chip, sugar, snickerdoodle, double chocolate chip. And then 6 months in, we got to do we got to make it more fun. We got to do something. And then born was the specialty cookie. So toppings, frosting, glazes, anything you could think of to put on a cookie. At one point, we were putting crickets on cookies. Do you remember
Really?
Kevin, the cricket guy who was downtown?
Nice.
So yeah, maple bacon is one of our best sellers still. So now we have 15 different specialty cookies, and that is what we're known for.
Now, chasing retail is really hard, especially in food services and restaurants and whatever. And so it's have you felt any of the economic pulls and pushes in our area?
Yes, just like any small business, we felt the changes over the years, and what the concept for One Hot Cookie is retail dessert. So it's somewhere you come in, get a cookie, enjoy the time with your family. So growing up, it was just me and my mom. So and we didn't have a lot of money. Weren't able to go out to eat. Things like that were very few and far between. But we always made time to get ice cream, because it was $1.30, very cheap. And that was something that I remember growing up is we went and got dessert. We couldn't go out to eat, but we could get dessert. So that when you come into One Hot Cookie, it is, you're there for the experience. So the walls are pink, there's swings in there's chalkboards. It's something where you can come in, sit down, enjoy your dessert and eat. You can take it to go, you can eat it in your car, but there's always that option to enjoy it inside and really, take a minute for yourself and enjoy something sweet.
Now, you have some famous dogs profiled in there, so tell us a little about how the dogs connect in.
Yes, so again, when we started, we had no money, really no marketing budget, but we had a family dog, Fredo, and he was he was family, very, very close to him. So we took pictures of him because cookies sell, yes, but people love dogs.
Dogs are amazing, of course.
Yes. So unfortunately, Fredo has passed away since he was very old when One Hot Cookie first started. But those we now have more dogs, and the dogs have just kind of grown in with the brand, and it's something they are known for. And I remember, when we were downtown, people would come looking for Fredo and be like, "Where's Fredo?" And I'm like, "Well, Fredo actually doesn't work here. We just take pictures of him, put him online because he's our dog. Like, he's at home." But it grew into, more, and now we make our own dog cookies. We have a whole dog line, and my mom has a lab and a pug, and I've got 2 golden retrievers and 2 pugs. So
nice.
We have kept the dog legacy going.
Beautiful. So now the food truck phenomenon where, when COVID hit and everybody introduced a mobile version of whatever they did to try to get to people and still make a living, like, how did you come across the mobile services and how's that working out?
Yeah, so we actually got our first mobile unit in 2019, so pre-COVID. The summer of 2019, and we actually saw it on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
And I was like, and we always did the Italian Fest downtown. We went to the Canfield Fair, but we did it in a tent. And it's really hard to do food service in a tent. And we saw it online, and we're like, I don't know. Could we do it? Could we not? And it just kind of fit, and we're like, yeah, I think we could do it. And little did we know, like, what goes into a food truck is a ton. Not only it's super cute and super fun, but you've got to maintain it. You've got to tow it. Have to learn how to use a trailer hitch. All the things we learned along the way. But it's now like one of our favorite parts. Like we look forward to we call it trailer season. So like March through October is trailer season. But yeah, now we have like a whole trailer maintenance crew. So we've got, between all of our brands, we have 3 different mobile units. So we've got people who can back up the trailer, maneuver the trailer. We've got a warehouse to store the trailers.
Okay.
It's really grown over the years.
Now, how far do you travel out with the trailer?
So the farthest we've gone is about an hour outside of Cleveland. So about 3 hours is our limit.
Okay.
It just doesn't really make sense after that. 2 of our units are vintage, so they're from the 1950s. So we try not to put a ton of miles on those. Right. With our donut brand, O Donut Company, it is a newer trailer, and it's aluminum, so it can go out in the winter, and it can go far.
This episode was brought to you by Youngstown Computer, the Valley's technology company. We appreciate the loyalty and all you have shown us over the years, and it's our promise to serve all the technology needs of the Valley. Call 330-259-7278. We have both home and business services available. Everything from repair, installations, and new equipment. You can improve your Wi-Fi and have technology serve you better. Call 330-259-7278. Or you can schedule your appointment right now on youngstowncomputer.com and look for the red Book Now button.
All right, so the original was One Hot Cookie, and then where did O Donut come from, and when did that happen?
So we started O Donut again in 2019, big year. And we just, we have a partner in the donut side, Dr. Nino Rubino. He approached us and said, I want to do something. I'm not sure what it is. And you're like, hey. And he's a great family friend. And we're like, we've been throwing around this donut idea, but we just don't know. I think that it would be great. And he's like, I love it. Let's do it. I think it would be great. And so we opened in Boardman in 2019. And then we didn't get the donut trailer until 2020. And now we have a store in Poland as well. So we're in Boardman.
So they're running separate stores, separate locations,
separate stores,
brands.
separate. Yep. So me and my mom, and then Dr. Nino Rubino are in on the donut side, and then just me and my mom with One Hot Cookie.
Okay, and then what business came next after the donut?
After donuts came Sweet Sips.
Okay.
So Sweet Sips, we love the trailers. Like, we are full. We're trailer
You're
people
in.
now. We're in. But we started Sweet Sips in 2022. Sweet Sips came along. And it's a mobile bar unit, so you can rent it, full bar service, super cute. It's not branded as much, which is different for us because, we're big into the marketing and the brand, but it's meant to go to your wedding and look very formal. And then when it's not at a private event, you can find us around town selling lemonade, a Sweet Sip.
Yeah.
So we just found, what can we do when we're not at a wedding? Because weddings are usually only on Saturdays.
Right.
Yeah, we go to the Youngstown Flea. We are doing the Canfield Fair. We'll be at Italian Fest. And we serve mason jar lemonades, and it's been so much fun.
Beautiful. So juices, lemonades, alcoholic when you rent it for weddings?
When you rent it for weddings,
Yeah.
yeah. But when we're just selling, so the way that the liquor license works out, we don't provide any of the alcohol for any of the any private parties. So we're just a bartending service. So it's the host to bring the alcohol, but we bring the bar and the bartenders.
Oh, nice.
Is how it works out. Yep.
Okay. And then the marketing company.
So BGMG Marketing actually was never supposed to be a forward-facing company. So it's just how we managed our own brands. And then over the years, a few businesses and friends, businesses approached us and said, like, who does your marketing? Like, what are you? And I'm like, oh, well, I went to school for it. I do it. Like, it's just us. And they're like, oh, can you help us? And I was like, yeah, I guess so. And then, so over the last 2 years, we've really grown up our core office staff, and then we've started actively seeking out clients. So we have 8 to 10 clients that we work with monthly, and then we do all of our in-house brands as well. So that marketing company grew as well, kind of naturally.
Now, over all of your businesses, how many employees, how many people you hire from the Valley?
It skews because holidays we hire a little bit more. I would say about 40.
Okay.
40 to 60 at any given time. We've got quite a great team behind us.
Beautiful. So, little crystal ball, Morgen go into the future, and where's everything headed? Any more new businesses on the horizon? Any growth, franchising, any of that kind of stuff?
Yes.
All right, let's hear about it.
Yeah. So there's a few things in the works. We're always expanding. We're always looking for new locations. So Hermitage is our first one. There's always something on the horizon for us. We very rarely say no to anything. So we're opening in Hermitage. We just bought a building in Sharon, PA. And we've got some few ideas of what we're going to do, the retail space of that building, and kind of just seeing what the next project takes us into.
Okay.
But it is crazy to think
a little
back.
mystery in those words.
Yeah. Nothing's solidified yet on what we're doing with that. But yeah, So we have the building, and we're looking forward to doing what we're going to do.
Okay. And I didn't ask about the donut company. What kind of products do you sell? What's your go-tos and what's your the favorites?
Yeah, so we started with just donuts and breakfast sandwiches, and then our newest Poland location, which we opened last fall, is actually a full-blown cafe. So we do breakfast and lunch. We're open 7 to 5 every day, and we partnered with Branch Street Coffee, so we do serve coffee.
Coffee and donuts?
Coffee, donuts. We have Dole Whip, too. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It is all the rage.
Is it fruit?
It's like sherbet, but they serve it at Disney World.
Oh, yes, I have.
It's the pineapple Dole Whip. So that is like the hit in Poland.
Okay.
So we started with ice cream. Then we're like, oh, let's try this Dole Whip. And now we can never get rid of it because people love it so much. So we do the Dole Whip, donuts, breakfast sandwiches. We do lunch sandwiches. We just introduced salads, wraps. So really everything.
That's awesome. All right, you ready to watch the video?
Yep. So this is our location in Boardman, 1315 Boardman Canfield Road. You can see right next door is our sister brand O Donut Company, our little slice of Boardman.
And the pink walls.
And the pink
famous
walls.
Pink walls.
Yes. And fun fact, in our new Hermitage location, we're introducing some new colors too. So it'll definitely still be a lot of pink, but
okay.
Some blues and yellows.
Who's the pink influence? Is that you?
My mom loves pink.
Okay.
So, and fun fact, when we first opened, my bedroom, because I was 17, was zebra at the time. Okay. So it kind of matched the pink. And so she took all my bedroom furniture and said, well, if this goes well, I'll get you some new furniture. But until then, you can have these Rubbermaid totes. And I said, okay, I guess so. And that zebra dresser is now in our office.
And that popcorn's your brand as well?
Yeah. So this is our, we expanded into popcorn. So this is Popped, our popcorn line. Salted caramel pretzel is my favorite. Mm-hmm. And then just some fun gifts. We love to partner with local businesses. So 1820 House out of East Palestine does all of our candles. And then this is our dog line. So Snacky Paws, which is influenced after my mom and I have sister pugs because we're not close enough, so we had to get dogs who are related as well. Mabel and Bren. So you can find all of their favorite snacks, a little dog charcuterie boards, and you can see the dogs on the wall. So that's Fredo. And you, in each of our locations, Fredo always wore a bow tie. So one of Fredo's bow ties are in each location.
Nice.
And yeah, that's our tagline: making memories one cookie at a time. So it's all about the experience when you come in. We don't want you just to like get your cookie and leave. We want you to sit down, enjoy yourself. And there's chalkboards on the walls. That's Kate. That's my pug. She's great. She's 17 now.
Okay. And there's one of the mobiles.
Yep, that's when we first introduced the mobile unit. Remy and Kate, and then you can see the swings too.
That is amazing. Where'd you get that idea from?
We saw it when we were traveling somewhere, and they were like outside of the business, and I was like, I think we could put these inside. And my grandpa is very handy.
What a cool idea.
So he put them up, but they were making a weird noise, so he put a pool noodle like on the top of the strut up there. And then he wrapped it in black electrical tape so it looks like it's going to break, but it's honestly just to reduce the sound. And he's like, no one will think that. And I'm like, Pop, there is black electrical tape on the rope that people's kids sit on. Like, yes, they're going to think that there's something wrong. You have to fix it. Macarons, cookie cakes, and our little 12-pack minis. Those are super fun. Those we introduced during COVID. So we do a lot of holiday gift, corporate gifts, and personal gifts as well.
This episode was brought to you by Youngstown Computer, the Valley's technology company. We appreciate the loyalty and all you have shown us over the years, and it's our promise to serve all the technology needs of the Valley. Call 330-259-7278. We have both home and business services available. Everything from repair, installations, and new equipment. You can improve your Wi-Fi and have technology serve you better. Call 330-259-7278, or you can schedule your appointment right now on youngstowncomputer.com and look for the red Book Now button.
Your merchandising is phenomenal there.
Thank you. It's better during the holidays, and that's what I told him when he was there. Like, it's hard. We don't sell a lot of gift boxes in July.
Right.
Anything that we sell during the summer is usually online, but during the holidays, it looks like Santa's workshop in there.
Something's coming out of the oven.
Yeah, and so during COVID, we actually flipped the store. So we always have topped the cookies to order, but you never used to see it because that's not what our model was when we first opened. But during COVID, we were able to, because we were closed, we were able to remodel and bring all of the cookie making process up front. So all of the cookies are topped to order and served hot, and they'll never not be topped to order because I'm a very picky eater, and if I don't like chocolate chips, I don't want someone to put chocolate chips on it. So so you can customize anything. So we don't have like a create your own menu, but if you like a cookie, but you want to switch out the base of the cookie or the frosting, we can always do that for you. So yeah, she's making, I think, Candyland, which is one of my favorites. Gummy bears, M&M's, sprinkles, vanilla frosting on a sugar cookie. So good. So yeah, and salted caramel pretzel and cookies and cream was the first specialty cookie that we started. So we just put it out on the counter one day and thought, well, if they work, they work, and if they don't, what we're doing working too. And now all specialty cookies are what we're known for.
And I'm sure you take new flavorings or combinations on a regular basis and trial them out.
So we have 15 on the menu at all times, and then we have 4 seasonal ones every 2 to 3 months, depending. But it's funny because fall and Christmas, it's hard to switch out those seasonal cookies because people are looking for them. So we've had caramel apple for the last 8 years. And
which was a seasonal.
Because it comes in August, and everyone's like, well, when's the caramel apple cookie coming back? And I'm like, well, don't you want some? No, we want the caramel apple cookie. So like there's some that so that caramel apple comes back every fall. Pink peppermint brownie and white chocolate cherry. Those are big ones during Christmas time and the holidays. But now we're doing all fruit as our seasonal for the summer, so that's new. We have a lot of fun with the seasonal ones too. Like we'll do stuff for Shark Week, things for St. Patrick's Day, And then if they're really popular, they get added to the menu. So the one she's making now is the 112. So that was started as just a seasonal cookie at our first location was 112 East Commerce or West Commerce. So then the 112 was born.
Nice.
So double chocolate chip cookie, vanilla frosting, chocolate chips, peanuts, and caramel. So like a take on a traditional sundae.
So when we came down to visit you guys during one of the New Year's parties, you guys had a line out the door that day. But I noticed that your processes for assembly here were pretty streamlined. Like you were going and creating these things in pretty short order.
Yeah, so we've got it down to a science, but again, you'll never come in the store, and if you order an extreme peanut butter cookie, you're never going to get one that we made for someone else. It's going to be made just for you. So sometimes you may wait a little bit, but it's always worth the wait. And
Heck yeah.
Really, we've got it down to a science, so you're not waiting very long.
Right.
But yeah, in the store downtown is very small, but Boardman's a little bit bigger, so
got a little bit more room.
We're not usually out the door, but yeah, they're worth the wait.
Yeah, it was great to see the community when they show up in droves like that to support you, though. So.
But yeah, we've seen a great response since we remodeled, and like watching this process is something that we always knew we did, but no one really registered before that, like, oh, they're back there making they're not just standing around.
Right.
So that was really nice. And then so our new store will be modeled like this as well.
I honestly think it's fun to watch this process anyhow.
Yeah. There's definitely a science to it.
And the famous box.
Yep, the pizza box. And the pink spoons. Cookies you eat with a spoon.
Yeah, all right.
So we have the spoons out because they are a little messy. You do need to.
She is diving in.
I mean, you don't have to eat them with a spoon. You could really just go for it. But we offer spoons, and they're pink because that's fun.
They have to be pink.
And then these, this is our gift box. So this is what we do during the holidays. So those are mini specialty cookies. And so we had that plastic container that it's in specially made so you can flip those upside down and the cookies don't fall or get crushed. And my grandpa helped make those. So he's an engineer. So he helped with
nice.
everything. And he asked me one day, he was like, so what is the circumference of a cookie? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, like, and he's like, well, can you get your compass out and like find? And I'm like, Pop, I don't have a compass. Like, I don't. And he's like, I guess I could go buy one. He's like, yeah, I really need that. Like, they need the exact measurement of the cookie. So they were engineered just for our cookies. And I now have a compass that can, measure the circumference of cookies.
And a great story to tell forward.
So yeah, this is our cookie camper. So it recently got an upgrade in the last 2 years. So it got a fresh wrap. So with our friends at Innovation Exhibits. So you will see, if you ever see old pictures of it, it looks a little bit different. Same camper, just a new look. And this is Courtney hitching it. So she is great. She's spot on every time.
And you do service out of the camper?
Yep. So you'll see they'll open up the window, and it is not a drive-through. One time we went to an event. It was at the Flats downtown. On YSU campus, and someone drove up to the camper like thought it was a drive-through, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, like I can't serve you here, like this isn't a drive-through. I'm very nervous about your car being this close to our trailer. And she was like, oh, okay. I'm like, it's actually for residents moving in, like I'm happy to help you, but yeah, not a drive-through. Yeah, so we have a lot of fun. I think our record this summer is we've done 4 cookie events in one day. Oh. So we've got a great team, and we just can make it happen. But it's a lot of fun to go out to the different places. We do community events. We do some sell to the public. We do a lot of private events. We've done a dog's birthday party once, which was super fun.
Nice. Because people love dogs.
Yep. And my favorite is the late night snack at a wedding. Because when you get the drunk people after the reception, and then we'll do it as like some people will do it as like the last snack as you leave, and people are just so excited. Yeah,
that's brilliant. Now, a question about when you had those packaging where you put those cookies in there and they were protected from damage. Is that something that you ship as well?
Yeah, so we so that's kind of during COVID too. We really spent some time in effort into our online business, and so we ship all over the country now. Of course, it's a little bit more at Christmas, but about 100 orders a month, not during Christmas time, and we'll reach up to 2,500 during the month of December.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
which is great. So it's been a lot of fun, and yeah, we saw a huge boom after those. They're great to give as a gift, and then it's really fun because we see all the orders that come in, so you can see who they're sending it to, and then the next day, like you send it to a law office, and then the next day you get the law office's Christmas order. You're like, yes, that's like the best feeling ever is when they receive the cookies, and then now they're gifting it out to someone else, because it's a great feeling. You know that they liked the product so much. Someone who's never had it liked it so much that they want to share it with the important people in their lives.
Do you have a special cookie that you sell at Christmas, or do you sell your regular menu items at Christmas?
We sell we do our regular menu, but we always do like a holiday gift box. So it'll have holiday packaging and then holiday flavors in it as well. So you get to pick.
Okay.
So this is her getting everything set up in the trailer. So there's shelving underneath. So it is small in there, but there is quite a bit of room. It looks very, very small.
Set up, ready for business.
Yeah, we've got it down to a science. And, lots of checklists, because it's scary when you're going somewhere and someone's paying you to show up with product, right, and you're like, do I have everything? Do I not? But now we've got it down. We've got checklists.
Especially if you're traveling 3 hours away.
Yes, those are always scary, but a lot of fun. And I just don't think I can emphasize enough like how great of a team we have. So we have one of our part-time employees has been with us for 9 years, and our average employee has been with us for over 3.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, we have a great team, and we couldn't do it without them. There's no way. Oh, that's the s'mores. It's a summer classic.
Look at that.
Yeah, and those are new cookie packaging too. So we used to serve them in styrofoam containers, but they're not very eco-friendly, and so we have switched to those recyclable paper ones, and I really like them.
All right, so let's go through your brands, and if the public wants to support you and bring business your way, give some contact and some locations for all of your brands.
Yeah, so you can always find us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, at One Hot Cookie, onehotcookie.com. We're at 1315 Boardman Canfield Road. We're opening soon in Hermitage, 3346 East State Street, so right next to the Starbucks. O'Donut Company as well, Facebook and Instagram, odonutcompany.com. You can find us at 1315 Boardman Canfield Road in Boardman, right next to One Hot Cookie and the Blue Wolf. And you can find us in Poland, 101 South Main Street, right next to the fire station. I always like to give locators of where the locations are so everyone knows. And then Sweet Sips is our mobile bar brand. So sweetsipsohio.com will be able to get you in touch to book your next event, or you can find us around town at various community events, and you can find us on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Beautiful. Morgan, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your story.
Thank you for having me.